Russian tanks can be seen at the borders of Ukraine.
What the fuck that got to do with me?
And that is the opinion of most Americans. I'm talking about real Americans. There are too many problems in America that need solving, that need to be looked at before you can attempt to try to say you're going to go to Ukraine and stop Russia. Stop playing with yourself, because you're not playing with the American public. We already know the deal. You're not going to do nothing. But just for the sake of argument, we know that you're not going to do nothing. In terms of these sanctions, what is that going to solve? Nothing. So when they go on these news, I notice now that they are flooding the news columns with this talk about Ukraine. We still have problems in here that we have not discussed. It needs to be addressed. What about this news about the Biden administration passing out crack pipes? They didn't want to try to clean it up and say, no, it's a kit. Whatever type of kit it is something that is designed to keep people on drugs instead of getting people off of drugs. That is a problem. We have a situation in this country where we have too many people with certain jobs that still want to do wrong. A husband and wife, one in law enforcement, the other a teacher, involved in pornography and nudity and sex acts with children. That is a problem. Ask the people up in the hills in Kentucky how they feel about Russia invading Ukraine. Ask the people in Louisiana, in Texas, in California. Go ask the real Americans, the ones who have been suffering from your wars, because a lot of Americans participated in these wars, whether they volunteered or whether they were drafted. And how were these people compensated? I know too many guys that were in military and they came back messed up mentally. Just yesterday, a friend of mine was talking about when they let these guys out of the military coming from a war, that they should have some type of facility. It's like a little town or whatever. And let these people stay there at least 3 months before they release them back to their family, to get that out of their system, to slowly get them accustomed to being a civilian again. But what do? They put them right back on the streets when they're not ready to be on the streets. And most of them wind up being drug addicts or alcoholics or homeless or all of the above. But who prospers from all of this? The American government, not the American people. So when you look around America, you see people having problems. Not caused by what the Russians did, not caused by what someone in Ukraine did, or someone in Afghanistan, Baghdad, Africa. It was caused by someone here in America. Americans are suffering, and we don't give a damn about what goes on in Ukraine. That's their problem. Why must America always be the one to go solve everyone else's problem and no one helps America with their problem? And the biggest problem in America is racism. we still have a big issue with racism. And it's all orchestrated by the government. As a person that's been here over 50 years, I noticed after the war, they allowed people from these countries where the war was to come into America. They give them somewhere to stay. They set them up with some type of business. Things that they won't do for Americans that fought in the countries to help those people out. It wasn't the American government that was doing the fighting. It was American people. Those are the soldiers working for the government. But in the end, I've seen it time and time again where veterans have to go through hell and high water to get help from the people that they were employed from. I knew guys that had the Agent Orange, and they denied it, but they knew these guys was in the war. They knew what area they were in. They knew that the area that they were in, they released this gases. But another thing I noticed about America, they'll wait till you're damn near dead before they pay you. They know they're going to pay you, but they're going to pay you at the last damn moment. Here's another thing that you notice after you've been here for a while, is that America picks and chooses its time to make these countries out of the villain. One while you're friends with Russia, and the next moment you're enemies. One moment you're friends with China, the next moment you're enemies. Now, with this conflict that America is trying to fake like they have with Russia, you have China trying to be the ones that are pushing for diplomacy. So as I'm saying, these people are all playing a game on the people. The people in politics, they're all on one team, and that is to keep everybody else thrown off. So the best way to regain yourself is to just step out altogether. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen anyway. If there was going to start a war here in America, what the hell can we do about it? What can we do about it? What can we stop? Where can you go? If they're going to set up nuclear bombs, where can you go to hide? There's nowhere to hide. So what can we do? You won't listen to us because we have problems in America. So if you would listen to us, you wouldn't have any problems. But you do your own thing. You got your own reasons. So we got our reasons for saying that we don't give a damn about what goes on in Ukraine. Ukraine better hold their own. That's all I can say. Because all I can say is in the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to start seeing people from Ukraine here in America. They're going to be talking about how lazy Americans are when they have been given a place to stay and a business. So, hey, don't look for no sympathy from me. Feeling sorry, I wouldn't give a damn what happened to Ukraine, Russia, or really for the leaders in America. Because we have too many problems here that you are not willing to tackle. And you want to try to sweep up under the rug. You're going to try to play it off like, oh, it's nothing. But it's very serious to us. Because I look at it in two ways. Not only am I an American, I am a black American, descendant of the slaves. So I have two problems here in America. The first problem is the system of racism. It must be dismantled. The second problem that I'm having here in America as a black American, descendant of the slaves, is I'm tired of waiting on my damn check.
The fuck that got to do with me?
You shall soon see.